Hey Patrick, this is Ben, America's Baseball Camps. I'm going to go through some swing analysis things with you on your swing that I think you can work on, things that I learned with the Chicago White Sox organization, and some things that I really can help you get better in regards to your swing. So let's go ahead and get started. A couple things I want to do to, again, these are things that I suggest, doesn't mean they're right or wrong, just would highly recommend and encourage you to practice them a bunch because I think they'll make a big difference, but I want you to feel comfortable as well. So we are going to recommend some things that we change, and I think they're going to make a big difference, so let's give them a try. The biggest thing I want to talk about first in regards to is your stance. And what we need to do is we need to get a lot more aggressive into the baseball. We need to widen your feet out. We need to get you stronger at your base. We need to be a lot more aggressive. So the first thing we want to do is let's widen out your feet. You can see that your feet are almost straight up and down with your shoulders, and those are too close together. They shouldn't be even with your shoulders. They need to be beyond your shoulders. So I need those feet to be more in this area here. So spread out your feet, bend those knees. You're going to turn your toes in a little bit. So again, widen out your feet so they're past your shoulder width. Your toes are going to turn slightly in so the knees stay inside of your feet. And you're going to bend your knees a little bit to get you more athletic. And that's a big, big thing in regards to getting more power, being more consistent, taking your hitting to another level. So that's really important. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about stride foot and what we want to do. You can see with this back foot, you can see that it's kind of turned out a little bit, and then this front one, you kind of point it and you open that up a little bit. So if I go back and forth, you can see the first thing I want to do is I want to take a longer stride. But once you widen out your stance a little bit, you might not have to, but I want you to get a little bit stronger. It's going to help you really get yourself better in regards to our swing. So when you stride like this and you see that front foot open, basically you can see that your heel right now is more facing that part, or that I want your heel to be facing the dugout over here. And what you want to do is you really want to stride with your heel closed. So if you have your foot over here, really stride with that heel up and turned, and almost show the pitcher your heel. And that's going to create some more power for you. You're going to hit against a firm, closed front side, and that's going to be very important for you to land when you're done with your swing, to make sure that it's firm and closed. You can see right now, see when you end your swing, that your toe is pointing towards the pitcher. What I want at this point is not for your toe to be pointing over there. I want your toe to be pointing towards the first base dugout over here, which is basically over this way. So that needs to be really closed off when you finish your swing. So we're going to back up here. So we talked about our stance, we talked about our stride foot. Now the next thing we're going to do is talk about our hitting. We got to make sure when we start that you kind of start here with your eye level here, and then when you go to hit, you kind of drop that eye level a little bit. When you go down to hit, you kind of change it about a foot. So I like how your head's down, but you got to make sure that you keep your eyes up here and then be looking downhill. And keeping your posture a little bit taller. You can see you're kind of hunched over. Let's try to get your upper half of your posture to stay kind of tall and work downhill, and that's really going to help you out in regards to your swing working downhill. So just another thing to work on. But your path is nice. Your hand path is nice. You do finish a little bit low. You can see if I finish and watch my hands here that I do finish a little bit low. And what you want to do is you want to finish a little bit higher. As your barrel comes through, you want to finish up in this area, back over here, compared to finishing low. That's going to help you stay in the zone longer. You can see how we finish kind of down too low. I want you to finish with your barrel, way up high here. So that's something to really work on in regards to that. So back up here and let's go to the next swing. So we have your feet wider apart. We have a closed front side. We have a finish high. We have keeping good posture, and just do these things once at a time off the tee, and just really take your time. Watch this video over and over again. You can see how we kind of stepped into the ball on that one. Make sure we stand, stride straight ahead. We need to have our feet, or our knees, not be that close together, and widening out your stance is really going to help you in regards to that. Let's see if we finish low. You can see how we're kind of finishing down by our hip, and what you want to do is your swing should kind of finish here. And you want your swing to finish nice and high up in this area. And that's going to be really important for you to stay through the baseball and that type of thing. You can see how your swing just kind of stayed kind of too low right there, where I want to have it more finish high, like those green lines. That's going to be pretty important. We need to finish with our head on the ball. You can see this front foot is pointed towards the first base. You want to have that, again, pointing towards the first base dugout. And then this back heel, you can see that that's completely turned, which is good, but that heel needs to be off the ground. And you can see that that heel is on the ground. So get that heel up in this area, and then that front foot be pointing towards the first base dugout. And that's how you kind of want to finish. So what you want to do is you want to get on a tee and really work on these things that we talked about. Take your time, work on a tee, work through them one by one. Watch this video a bunch and just jot down the 5 or 6 things that you're going to work on, and you can always have this video to revert back to. But those are going to make a big things. And when you widen out that stride, when you finish with that back foot up, when you close off that front side, when you finish high, it's going to make a world of difference in regards to your swing. So hopefully that will help you out in regards to some stuff to work on. And it was great having you at camp. We wish you the best this season and hope to see you back at the camp real soon. Have a good season.